Hello. Now, this is one of the first videos I've really done as a request video. Someone's emailed me and said, can you please do a video on this, I want to know, blah blah blah. And I've completely forgotten the lady's name, Linda. Now she was saying to me, you know, have you got a wood fire stove, blah blah blah, and I said yeah. Because she was looking at getting an old one and getting it installed in her house. But she was kind of a bit sceptical about, you know, having to clean it and start it up and all that kind of stuff. So I said to her, look, I'll do a video on wood fire stoves because I've got one. Now the main thing, now this is basic stuff to most of you out there who have got wood fire stoves, you know this already. But if you haven't, or if you're looking at getting one, they're a great option to get, A, because that smell of the fire burning and stuff like that's quite nice. And you can actually stoke them up so much, and what I do when I go to bed, I'll put a massive log in and close everything off, and it'll just burn overnight, and it just keeps the house nice and warm pretty much all night. This little wood fire stove here was here when I got the house, so God knows how old it is, and it actually will warm the entire house. So sometimes it's even been too hot with it, so they generate a lot of heat. So the main thing, I guess, with any wood fire stove, make sure it's all cleaned out. You'll have a little bottom tray here. Make sure that everything's clean, the grill's clean, it's all empty, alright? So if there's anything left in there, it's all empty. Make sure there's nothing in the actual oven. A lot of people use their ovens to store stuff that will combust, believe it or not. So make sure that's empty. The bottom part, that's fine as well. Alright, now, first of all, I reckon when you're building a wood fire stove, make sure you've got everything that you need before you even start, alright? So you've got your kindling, you've got your smaller pieces of wood. Alright, so kindling, so I'm talking basically sticks, newspaper, I use old newspapers from people, sticks, smaller bits of wood, kindling as such, and then your larger bits, like what I've got down here, you probably can't see. Alright, so make sure you're all ready to rock first. So you've got heaps of kindling, because you don't want to light it and then you've got to run outside. I don't know if you can hear the cat that's going skits in the other room, running around chasing. I've got a little toy that's running around with it. Anyway, I don't know if you can hear that. So make sure you've got heaps, more than you think you'll need, alright? Because if you light it and then you're running back and forth to get more wood and blah blah blah, it's a nightmare. Alright, so I've just put in some newspaper. So that goes down to here. So I put in some newspaper, some sticks, a bit of newspaper and some sticks. So that'll just burn up real easy, right? So first thing, close the bottom. Open the part at the bottom, a flue, it's not really a flue, but you know what I mean. And then, so like I said, paper, sticks, paper, so everything, and nice fine sticks, alright, nothing, you know, massive that's just not going to burn. Light the paper. Now I've done this a million times, so this time it probably won't work. Make sure you've got your lid on. Alright, so that's burning away. Close the door over. Just a bit, don't close it fully. So let it burn a bit, alright. Now, the flue which is on top, make sure that's open to begin with, alright. Right, or fully. Now, once I've lit that, I'll just close it halfway at the top. See, that's burning nicely, the paper's all gone, the sticks are starting to burn. Smoke's coming out. So alright, that's kind of just going along nice. So now you can close it, alright. Now what I do, generally rather than feed through the front with the kindling smaller bits, I feed through the top part. So, now, just take your little lid off on top. You can have a squeeze, but careful, you don't want to burn your eyebrows off. And then you can just start to put a couple more bits of larger stick in there. Just thicker bits like that. Make sure it's nice and dry. Alright, and then just put the lid back on. A lot of it's just patience. So don't be discouraged if you kind of start the fire and then it burns itself out. You don't want to smother it straight away, alright? So make sure you've got heaps and just go lightly, alright? See, burning away nice in there. Now I can just put a couple of bigger bits in through the front. Just like so. And it's really, like I've just said, it's basically just patience. These are so easy to use. You'll warm the whole house. A lot of them, this is an old, I think it's a replica of a kookaburra, which is an old wood fire stove, which was obviously popular in Australia, hence the name. And you can get Agas as well, which are a bit bigger. They've got those, like the big lids on top to cover the hot plates, which you lift up. Popular in England, of course, so therefore popular in Australia too. A lot of them came out here. But I love it. A lot of people go on about the mess. Oh, you've got to clean it out and all that. There's hardly anything to clean out. Like every once in a while, after I fired it up, say twice, 3 times, I'll just shake out the grate at the bottom and just empty out the ash. And you can, if you just make sure you're using clean stuff in there, don't chuck bits of plastic and whatever in there to burn. And you can use that ash from that on your plants as well, so especially your citrus. Alright, and see that's kind of burning up really nice now. So, I'll throw a couple of bits of this larger kindling on. And that's basically it. I don't want to kind of be here forever showing you how a fire burns. So, so that's basically it. So, that's coming up nice. I'll throw a couple more little bits of that on, and once that starts to burn up, then I'll chuck on something else, maybe a little bit bigger, like something like that. Close the flue off till you've only just got a little bit of it coming out. We can close this bit a bit, and that's it. And if you want to fire it overnight, once the coals are in there, close the flue off till it's just about closed. Close this off completely. Chuck in the biggest log you can fit in there. Close it and leave it. It'll just combust down overnight. So Linda, I hope this helps. Everyone else who's got a wood fire stove, sorry for watching the video. I know you've done it a million times before, but I hope this helps. And that's basically it. Any questions, just give me a yell. Alright, see ya.